Is this going to replace my use for Lovable Twitter? But the last announcement dropped and it really is going to replace Lovable.
It's crazy.
They're just quality of life, like major quality of life updates using AI.
This is going to save me so much.
So the thing that I like about this is just that it's opening this kind of thing up to more people.
I love that they had you they pulled right video from you.
That was unexpected and very nice. Okay, so here with Molly and Duncan, and we are fresh off of, I think literally, I just looked at my wrist as if I'm wearing a watch. I'm not. We are fresh off of literally 2 minutes ago, just watched Webflow Conf Keynote 2025. A lot of cool things happened. Let's get right into it. If you have not seen it, we will cover everything that was announced right here. First things first that I am super excited about. So Webflow announced the Designer MCP last week, and I used it, and I made a video on it, and I loved it. But they also announced the built-in AI designer. So that is basically just like vibe coding, but in Webflow, vibe webflowing. I'm super excited about it. What do you guys think about this?
Insane. At first, when that first showed, I was like, oh, how is this going to replace my use for Lovable? And then I won't skip to it, but the last announcement dropped and it really is going to replace Lovable.
Oh, yeah.
That is crazy. The last one, yeah. Knocked me off my feet.
Let's just talk about the last one real quick, actually, because I feel like it's crazy. I mean, and it fits with this opening. Also, Julian, I love that they had you they pulled right video from you. I hope that felt good.
That was unexpected and very nice. So you want to jump right into the exciting one right now?
Yeah. I feel like if people should go and watch the live stream later if they want, if this is interesting, and you can watch this quickly, figure out what you like, skip to the live stream. But let's start with the end.
What do we have here, Duncan? Why don't you tell us what we have going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think basically Lovable inside Webflow. And if you're unfamiliar with Lovable, I bet Molly would probably be the person to explain.
Yeah, I'm a big Lovable fan. I think it's the best intro for low to no technical people to get into vibe coding. I use it quite a lot. I guess I am using Claude Code a little bit, but I'm still dipping into Lovable, and I probably won't use Lovable now. I'll just use this inside of Webflow. It literally will have replaced it.
Yeah, Molly, could you share something you've built with Lovable real quick? Just a high level.
I recently built, this is a tiny thing, but I'm going to New York with my family in October. It's quite a big trip for us. So my sister and my mum gave me the task of putting together the itinerary. So I built a website basically with our itinerary, with everything linked with Google Maps, so we know how far we're walking to each thing. It kind of blew their brains out. So yeah, it's great. So the fact I can do this in Webflow now is amazing.
Yeah. And Julian, I saw you going off in the comments. You seemed excited.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we all know that I love vibe coding, and we all know that I love Webflow, and the fact that they are actually trying to integrate this in. So one thing, whenever I'm trying to teach people vibe coding, there's a whole lot of like environment stuff that you have to set up, and even though I'd say anyone can do it, if you're not a developer, it can feel very foreign, let's say. So Webflow bringing this in, I just feel like Webflow is doing such a good job of blending the worlds of code and no code right now. And I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I am super hyped to see this. I'm interested to see if they're going to use like piggyback off of bigger coding agents, or if they're kind of building their own. I know they're not building their own LLM, but I'm very interested to see what is going to happen here.
Yeah.
This one's super exciting, but I mean, hey, there is a lot of other stuff that happened in the conference. While I just scroll through them quickly, there we go. So one thing that I thought was really cool, that being said, I am like it is crazy how little I use components within Webflow. I know I should, but I don't. That being said, Webflow announced a new component canvas, as they called it. Duncan, do you use components more than me? Do you have any thoughts on this?
I do from time to time. I think I'll need to try it out to give a real opinion on it. I am excited to try it though.
Yeah, same. Whoever uses components, drop something in the comments and tell me how excited you are about this, because I, for one, don't really use components very much. And I wish I did.
Our team's just not big enough to justify needing components, but yeah, I'm excited to hear what people weigh in. This one was interesting. Code components.
Code components. That's a kind of component that I am here for. As far as I understood this, basically build something in React, bring it into Webflow with props. So for example, you can see this little swirly slider thing, whatever it's called. So that was built in React. And then if we look over here at the component prompts, you can see that you can just swap out the images, swap out the text, and all of that. So this is the kind of thing where, sometimes you kind of have to force custom code into Webflow like really, really hard. This seems like it's going to be a lot better for stuff like that. Either you have any thoughts on this besides awesome?
Love it.
Awesome.
Sweet. And I was just retweeting Kevin's response to that. Okay, so Webflow and Cloudflare partnership, nothing to really talk about on that front. That being said, I mean, Cloudflare is like the biggest player in hosting, and it seems like Webflow is getting closer with them. So that is promising to me when it comes to the infrastructure of Webflow. Nothing too, I guess, exciting to share, but less downtime. That's a plus.
I've got a quick thought. Total speculation. I wonder if that migration is what caused the downtime.
Ooh.
Duncan,
I bet something
conspiracy theories.
Could be totally wrong. But, I mean, it would be, if it is the case, it kind of lightens the blow a little bit if that was them, going and actually making it more resilient for the future. So,
yeah,
who knows? As long as it wasn't after they migrated,
Yes. That would not be too good. But
yeah,
for me, since that downtime, it has been phenomenal. This is an interesting one that I want to talk about. So Webflow said that they're going to make it so that by default, crawlers are blocked. And you can turn that off, but by default, it's going to be blocked, which means LLMs, so ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever you want, won't be able to discover your website by default. That's what I understood from it. Duncan, is that the same thing that you heard?
Same thing. Nobody else responded to our comments. So I don't know, but did you hear if it was live now? Because if it is, I'm going to go fix this right now.
I did not hear if it was live now. That being said, keep an eye on it. We should check now to see. And as soon as that is the case, go ahead and turn it on because you want AI to be able to discover your website. Definitely. Not much to say
it's
there.
Not page level, because like a lot of the indexing stuff is page level at this point. It'd be a nightmare to go through and each one. We'll see. No. I don't know. Stay tuned. But
I hope not, or at least that you can like override your settings so you can go all at once and make it so that by default it can be crawled.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really want to know what that reason is.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Well, they did mention they were saying it's because of IP that they default want to lock AI out of people's stuff so that it doesn't steal it, right? Which I think is a legitimate thing, but also I don't know. It may be like a middle ground if anyone on the Webflow team watches this video is do nothing by default. Don't block them, don't allow them, just like prompt people, let people make a choice before anything changes. Give people a pop-up modal that says, do you want to default block or enable? And then the customer can choose which one they want to do. But yeah,
definitely keep an eye on that because I mean, less and less we're Googling things, more and more we're asking AI. So that being said, that's how business decisions are being made. Here's a simple one. New CMS limits. Very excited about this. Not much to say on it. I mean, hey, more collection lists per page, more nested collections per page. The community has been begging for this for a very long time, and we have it now. That's great, but not much of a talking point. What is a talking point is the next gen CMS. I don't think they weren't very concrete about what that means. I didn't understand too much about what the redesigned, re-architectured CMS is going to be. Perhaps they meant to be cryptic with that, or perhaps my brain just wasn't working at that moment. Did either of you get anything from that?
Yeah, Molly?
No, I wonder whether they meant to be cryptic about it, add to the tease, but it just sounds like it's been completely rebuilt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get much more.
So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's back-end stuff, like more performance and that more so than actual stuff that we're going to notice. But I mean, they're working on the CMS. That being said, I don't have many issues with the Webflow CMS besides limits. That is one thing that with Webflow has never caused me a problem. So anyways, I'm interested to see what it's going to be. And this is one that I'm just going to shut up. Molly, You're
No,
excited about this, aren't you?
this is going to save me so much. Yeah, I can't tell you how much I hate doing meta. I swear this made me so happy. I'm
Yeah.
so buzzing to try this. Yeah, it feels like they announced a couple of really big things, but a couple of things like feel really small, but just feel like they're going to be pretty life changing when you're doing them
Yeah.
all the time. So
Tiny but
yeah,
mighty.
very happy about this one.
Oh yeah. Same. This, and like you said, they did a couple things like that. They're not groundbreaking, but they're just quality of life, like major quality of life updates using AI. And this is the next one that I'm super excited about, which is automatically generated structured data.
Mhm.
Structured data is a pain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like the schema code that you add to your page to let search engines know, like, this is an FAQ, this is a recipe, and all of that stuff. From what I saw, you can literally now, or when this is released, just click generate structured data. It goes through your page, it recognizes what's on your page, and then it creates structured data based on that. That's awesome. Have you guys ever worked with structured data very much?
A little bit, but it's a bit of a headache.
It's a headache. Duncan, you work with structured data much?
No, but I could tell you what my process would be, which would be to like copy the page code, paste it into some chat interface for an AI, and then just get back the code. So if this
Yeah.
keeps me from having to do that, and then hopefully they can optimize it so that it is a better version of that, right? Like it has a really good prompt
Yes.
under the hood.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yep. I agree. And I had to work with structured data before AI was a thing. And let me just tell you, that was horrible. That was horrible. So, other thing on this topic of simple quality of life updates using AI, Duncan, I know you were excited about this one, so I'll let you take this. AI generated alt text.
Yes. Just as soon as I heard like accessibility with the audit panel here and AI, it feels like a match made in heaven.
Yep.
It's so important, but it's also very tedious. And if you really want to do it well, like you can't make a perfectly accessible website, and people's time cost money. So at some point you're going to exclude people, but the ability to use AI to do that feels like one of the use cases for AI that like actually gets me excited about AI, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. That is on the topic, not to open a whole new can of worms, but on the topic of where you use AI in your workflow, a lot of people see these tools and they don't know where to. It's the kind of stuff you know you should do, but you just don't want to. You just don't want to do it. I remember once doing a client site migration from WordPress to Webflow. It was a giant site. And yeah, I had to write the alt text on every single one of those images. This is not an update, but I just thought it was entertaining. This guy, literally, he came from IntelliMize. Is that the name of it? What became Webflow Optimize
Yeah.
after? I just want to say, I have never seen such an eloquent speaker in my life. Making a joke here that I'm convinced he was made in a lab. I'm sure he was not made in a lab, but wow. I hope he sees this, and I just want him to know that he needs to get like a medal for how good he is at talking. Another thing here that Webflow made, and I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can use this right now. See how optimized your site is for AI.
Yeah, Molly, I'm curious if you have thoughts on this one. As I know MemberStack ranks in Google because of you. So
I mean, yeah, mega excited. I wrote in my notes here, AEO and Capital. Very excited. Yeah, I'm pumped to use this.
Your report will be emailed within 5 minutes of form submission. Okay, so we're going to get back to this one in just a bit. They have this
which we'll
chart.
see. I submitted that during the talk with, I bet, 10,000 other people. And I bet it's busted. But I don't
Yeah,
have an email yet.
we may have clogged it. We may have clogged it.
I'll let you know if anything comes through.
Very good. And then we have this one here with Webflow Analyze. So both Analyze and Optimize are things which I have not used up until this point. So they made improvements to a product that I don't know the baseline for. That being said, from their demos, this looked really, really cool. And they made a shift to being a website experience platform. That sounds off the cuff, like just marketing fluff talk. But the more and more they show what they're actually doing with that, they're combining the building of your site, the analyzing of the data on your site, and the improvement of your site, all using AI. I'm kind of starting to see their vision and where they're going with this whole website experience platform stuff. And it's starting to look more and more cool to me. And I'm starting to get more and more interested in trying these tools.
Agree. What is the, do you know what the cost is?
I think, I mean, why don't we just go check now?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Webflow optimize pricing. Okay, those are site plans. There are add-ons. Okay, so let's switch it to monthly. Okay, so Analyze starts at $12 a month. That's not so bad. Optimize starts at $380 a month. I mean, that's a lot of money, but at the same time, maybe it's worth it. Anyone watching this, if you use Webflow Optimize, let us know if you feel like you are getting your money's worth for that price point. Because I mean, hey, if it actually manages to increase just straight through AI with very little human touch, improve the conversions on your website, that could totally be worth it. I'm not just going to look at $380 and say that's a whole lot of money. What are you getting from it? $380 a month isn't a lot if you make $50,000 a month from it. So in that case, little comments from us on Analyze and Optimized. But right here, as I mentioned, you can see this. It was blurry at this part in the recording, but whatever. So you can go on and just click A/B test, recommends a couple things, headlines, CTAs, changing up the copy, and you could select one of those, and then it will automatically create that A/B test for you, which is super cool. The thought of that is awesome. So again, interested to try it, can't comment on it too much. The orchestra, they had a Webflow orchestra. That was so funny to me. I don't know why, maybe I'm alone on that one, but it was hilarious. And they have these like cute little like Webflow bomber jackets. I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, not a Webflow update, but guys, they had an orchestra. This one, I think the member stack team is super excited about. There is going to be a new community home base. Little information was given on it, but I mean, hey, new community home base. That's all the info I need to be excited. Do you have any predictions, guys?
Community's tough.
Yep.
Community is difficult. I know the Webflow community that I got into first was a combination of the Webflow forums in Discourse and the Made in Webflow showcase, which used to have a commenting feature which is where I met a lot of the like OG players. Well, actually, oh no, yeah, I forgot. That's where we met.
That's where we met.
Yeah, like most of MemberStack's first customers came from there, just because we were solving problems and helping people, and it was the easiest way to chat with folks. So, but what brought me back to those was in the forum, I was asking questions and getting help and helping. And then, so maybe they're going to move Discourse into something new. But then the Made in Webflow like showcase, that was just constantly seeing what is possible, getting inspiration, cloning projects. So I'm curious to see what the hook will be in the community. What's the incentive to come back again and again? Because without that, it's just always changing who is there, and that's not much of a community. So we'll see. I hope they can do it.
Yep. Molly, any thoughts on that?
No, I'm
okay.
Just excited to see what they do.
Me too. I am seeing, I mean, I've also been around since that really early Webflow community, and there were those kind of places that everyone hung out, but those are more and more changing. Like the Webflow showcase Made in Webflow is, in my opinion, not having very much attention paid to it. Perhaps that's intentional. And the forum as well, I feel like, is becoming less and less bigger standard players in the Webflow industry. So even though the community is growing, I feel like the home base, let's say, is becoming more and more fragmented. And so I'm really excited that they're paying attention to that, whatever it is that it's actually going to become. Here's something that's great for template creators. They're raising the commission to 95%, which means Webflow only takes 5%. That's super exciting. And they said something that they didn't follow up on, which is that they're enabling selling templates on third-party marketplaces. So if you sell your own templates, not through the Webflow marketplace, we do this at MemberStack, and we have a individual who manages, specifically Ramkumar, hi Ramkumar, sending the templates, because Webflow does not provide a single way to do that. And so enabling selling templates on third-party marketplaces Sounds like they're going to fix that. And then Ram Kumar can work on some more fun stuff. So sounds like a win for Ram Kumar, and it sounds like a win for us and probably anyone else watching this who sells templates.
Yeah, what a nice update. 95%.
Yep, it was 80. So that's not bad. That's pretty significant.
And it was only 80 if you were like delivering multiple templates over a certain period of time. It was in a pretty aggressive timeline. So yeah, very much more generous.
Yep. And they didn't mention anything about that being different depending on how many templates you produce. So I assume that would be going across the board, but who knows? This tweet was a lie. Looks like that's a wrap because they got us with a little, surprise at the end. And the first surprise, the second one we talked about, which was that like Lovable inside of Webflow, was AI generated code components. So we showed you that spinny slider thing at the start, and it's like, okay, cool. How am I going to make that with React? Well, that's the cool thing that they did here with code components. So they basically made it so you can make a React component within Webflow using AI and then turn it into a component. So like we, for example, on our site, we have a pricing table that it has a whole bunch of custom code in it right here, just like that. Very cool. This is something that, Duncan made. And Duncan, how long did it take you to make this?
It was early days of me and AI. So it took a good while, a couple days even, debugging, going to sleep, frustrated, getting up and being like, oh, it was that one extra comma. Nice.
Yep. And that was still with AI. So obviously before that, before AI, like I wouldn't have been able to do this, period.
We had an interaction-based version previously. It was pretty slick. It was all using Webflow interactions, but not very dynamic.
Looking at literally the demo that they gave, like literally this is that kind of like dynamic slider-based pricing table. So the thing that I like about this is just that it's opening this kind of thing up to more people, because not everyone is coding with AI right now. Not everyone in the Webflow space has gotten to that point where they wanted to do that. But I think Webflow is opening that up to more people. And what can I say? I'm all here for it. App Gen. So in a nutshell, this is everything that happened at Webflow Conf. So Webflow Cloud got better. That component canvas, that looked super cool. Real-time collaboration, they already released. They also released a link for people who can leave comments. GSAP interactions. What did they do with GSAP interactions? Now I'm forgetting. I know they made them like this year. And
I think there was 3 things. There was something with like better motion control.
And breakpoint.
Breakpoint.
They have the whole timeline.
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have you used the GSAP?
What I imagine the Rive interface to be like. I've never used it, but the ability to make to see every component animating across time along the bottom of the screen.
Oh, have you not used the V3 interactions yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, you would love them. You would love them because you make some cool animations. I suck at animations.
Wait, how do I get V3? I've been making animations or interactions, but I've only ever seen V2.
Hold up. I got to show you. I got to show you. It's fully live now for everyone. So come on. Okay.
Well, here, do we want to break this out into a separate video? Maybe
we could probably just quickly show this part. It literally takes like 2 seconds. Just showing you how to access them. I'm not going to actually make any animations. So
we should do a full test it out video later.
Oh yeah, I have one actually. Right when it came out, I did a test of it. So
there we go.
That was when you were on paternity leave. That is why you missed it.
Well, that makes more sense.
Look,
paternity leave. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, buddy.
See this in the bottom right corner?
Okay.
Interactions with GSAP new.
Okay.
And then you can do like on hover, add, custom.
Sweet.
Yeah, it is super cool. So anyways, not to do a whole GSAP thing right now. Code components that we were just talking about and AI generated code components. Click map updates, AI traffic goal reporting. This is all of the stuff with analyze and optimize. Again, interested to hear what users of these tools have to say. These we already talked about. That AEO maturity model. Let me just check my email quick to see if I got anything and if we can show that. We did not. Okay, well, another day perhaps. Form updates as well. I didn't really quite understand. I know that they released Cloudflare Turnstile. I think that was a little while ago. I still get a decent bit of spam on my Webflow forms. Hopefully they did something about that. The way they were acting definitely made it seem like they did something about that. So hope to see less spam on your Webflow forms. And the cryptic but exciting next gen CMS. That is what happened this year at the Webflow Conf keynote.
Whoosh. Well
Good job,
done.
Webflow.
Thank you to the Webflow team. I hope you liked our recap, and we'll see you in the next one.